All right, look like we on. The beard looking scruffy, but here we go anyway. What's up, everybody? This is Ken for the Lost Blurs. Here again with review of one of probably the hottest TV shows on or series on Netflix of Squid Game. All right, we got my boy the Doc and my boy the KP on here. They're two of the blurs who pretty much been watching it and heading it up. Our review for today. Hey, I was pretty much saw some on Netflix about it that the directors and the owners of Squid Game have been trying to put it on Netflix for almost 10 years, and Netflix finally bought in it. It's all Korean, I believe, show, but hey, they English dubbed it, and so far we're gonna hear from these two gentlemen, these two blurs on how it's going. Which one you guys want to go first to tell us for the person who doesn't know anything about it, the casual viewer, what is Squid Game?
All right. Well, I guess since I'm a guest on the show, I'm gonna I'll start us off. When the actual show first comes on, they kind of explain what it is. It's a Korean uh child game where basically it's like 3 on 3, and it's hard to explain without like a map, but they play it in the sand and they kind of square it out, and it looks like a squid or whatever. So you got to go to first base, but you got to hop on one leg to actually get there, and then once you get there, you can actually go across uh, the board. But if you do that, somehow you if you get across the board, it's called Royal. I forgot what it's called now, dang. But my mind went blank. But basically, it's like uh, kind of like a tackle football game. Towards the end, you have to get into this small triangle type of thing, and it's like in any means necessary, so you can like run over anybody and push anybody down or whatever. But if it if the actual defensive person pushes you out of bounds, you're dead or you're out. So that is how it comes on, and then it goes from that to the main character, which is I'm gonna botch his name, but I think his name is Shun something. I don't know. Anyway,
Nah, you,
Jihan.
yeah, G,
hey,
yeah,
we,
yeah,
we
G
ain't gonna
Han.
worry
So
about the name. Just do the
okay,
first name if you can. We ain't gonna worry about
all right,
all. Hey, we're gonna be
okay, cool.
respectful, but we ain't gonna worry about them Asian names
Right,
right now.
right. Okay, okay. So it goes to him. He's like a mid. I guess like 35 to 40 year old man. He's staying with with his mom, and he's in a bunch of debt. He has a gambling problem, and he's a terrible father. From actually what I see in episode 1, he's horrible dad, super bad dads. But but anyway, it's his daughter's birthday, and he takes her out to eat, but he ends up gambling. He goes to the horse track, gambles, loses at first, comes back and wins a whole bunch of money. But after he wins, his actual debt collectors come after him, chase him down,
Beat
beat
him
him up.
down. Take his money.
Yeah, they beat him down. Yeah. Anyway, they get to so they take his money. He takes his daughter out to eat. Gives her a terrible gift. It's just horrible. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? That dude is he's just having a terrible day. So on the way home, he gets on a train, uh, or tries to get on a train. So anyway, he sits down next to this guy in a suit,
What are you doing,
and
Dad? What are you doing?
this guy's asking him if he wants to play a game with him, and if he wins the game, he'll give him money. They're going to play for like a hundred thousand yen or whatever, or won or whatever. But so he actually agrees to it. He is getting his butt whipped. I mean, whipped. But um, yeah. So after that, he finally wins one game. The guy pays him the money, and then he gives him a card. He's like, if you want to play any other games and win money, just give me a call. And then he kind of walks off or whatever. But
Okay.
goes on from there.
So
Goes on,
so
yeah,
far, uh, it looks like they're attracting gamblers for what I
yeah, yeah,
heard you talking about. It
yeah.
look like they're uh, attracting gamblers to play this game.
Yeah, pretty much all the players in the game are in some type of substantial financial debt. And that's kind
Right.
of how they
Oh, okay.
entice all these players to join the game. And like even the guy he was talking, KP was talking about the guy in the suit.
Mm-hmm.
He lost those first few games and he didn't have the money to pay the guy. So the guy started smacking him. And it was like every time I smack you, that's gonna be a hundred won, 100 yen off your debt. And pretty much he just kept doing that till he paid him off. But then, like you said, he did win one, and
Uh huh.
he did give him the money, and so that's kind of what really made him think, okay, I need to do this, whatever this game is. And so, like KP said, he makes the call, tells dude he's in, and so he meets with the guys, and they pretty much release this gas in the car and knocks him out, and he wakes up. Yeah, he wakes up around all these other players. Each person has a different number on. I think
Uh
I forget what number he was, but
He was four 56. It's
yeah,
400 and
456.
yeah.
And so he was talking to this old guy that he met, and the guy was he was I think the old guy was number one, and he was
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
just saying he don't have much time left because he pretty much got a brain tumor, and so he just doing this to try to do what he can to get some funds or whatever. And so it pretty much they some stuff happens. I ain't gonna talk about that. Y'all can watch that. I don't want to spoil everything, but pretty much the game
Right.
starts. It's red light, green light, and everybody like a kid's game. That's what we doing. Okay, so they line up. They all line up on the line, and across is this giant robotic girl who's facing them, and she says green light as she explains the rules, and she says pretty much when she says red light, if you move during red light, you lose. She don't say what's gonna happen when you lose. She just say you lose, and she repeats the instruction. And so they start the game. Green light. Everybody take off,
Mm-hmm.
sprint full speed. Then they call red light. And dude that's in front, he stopped, and then he kind of stumbles a little bit. Next thing you know, sniper rifle, wow, right through the chest. So of course
Oh,
everybody like
okay.
what? And then so the guy, the main character, he was kind of like there next to him, and he was like, "Man, quit playing! Like get up, quit playing." They might spit up blood, and then somebody else moved, pow, shot. Blood splatters on this young lady. She sees the blood everywhere. She starts screaming. So you know what happened next. Everybody took off running. They start running to the back. So they just next thing you know, all the guns is going off. Pow, pow. Everybody just getting shot in the back, getting shot. Everybody screaming, running, climbing on top of each other. And then pretty much almost more than half of the contestants, they all dead already. And
Except for the ones who did move.
except for the ones that because eventually they was like, okay, everybody who moving getting shot. So some folks were smart enough to say, okay, let me stop and let these other folks get shot.
Hmm.
And the only reason why old
Hmm.
boy
Oh,
didn't
okay.
die is because somebody got shot on top of him. But
Yeah.
then pretty much he sat up. He was laying on his back, but he sat up on his elbow. He pretty much just stayed there because he was just in shock. So the game continued. Green light.
Oh, okay.
So now the people, everybody was scared to even move. But the old guy that he met in the beginning with the brain tumor, he was the only one brave enough to move. So he started moving. He moved. They said red light. He stopped. I think he did that twice on green
Hmm.
light before everybody else started moving again. And pretty
Uh
much
huh.
they weren't going full speed. They was going fast enough, but not too fast, but they couldn't stop where it was red light. But even
Uh
doing
huh.
all this, the main character he was still in that same position on his back because he was just in shock. And so one of the other contestants was like, "Hey, bro, you need to start moving." And he pointed to him. He showed him the timer that was up there at the top and on this clock, and pretty much was indicating, "Hey, you got to
You
cross
still
this
got
line before this timer go out, or you're gonna end up dead like everybody else." So
Mm-hmm.
that kind of gave him the
okay.
motivation to get up and start moving. Uh, so they pretty much continued that. Of course, some people still move and they getting shot. But to
Uh
me, the best thing when he was running and he trips and he steps on a guy who's already been shot, steps on his foot, and he's falling down. And the girl says red light. And then another contestant grabs his shirt and is
Mm.
like holding his body like almost the smooth criminal lean. That's about how
Exactly.
far down he was leaning. And it's just
Exactly.
holding
uh
him in place. And you can see him straining because he can't move, but he can't let that man go either. And they hadn't really introduced his character yet, who this guy
uh
was. But this man pretty strong. You talking about holding a full grown man in
yeah,
that
leaning
position
like
like that. He
that.
had him for
And
about
can't
15
move.
seconds.
You
And
can't
then they
move
when
either.
she said granted the last time, they gave it everything they had to get across that line. They really crossed it with 1 second left. And of
Yeah.
course, not everybody crossed that line. So you know what happened?
They get
Oh,
knocked off.
zeroed in
Okay.
on them. Pop, pop,
Bang,
pop,
bang,
pop. Took
bang.
them
Yeah.
all out.
Okay. And that's how the first episode end,
That's how the
basically.
first
Yeah.
episode
That's the
goes,
first
dog.
episode, man.
Okay.
Now I really
Okay.
say they also introduced, I guess he's the main guy. I mean, I almost got the Dr. Claw vibes from Inspector Gadget. He just
Oh,
showing the
okay.
guy with his little cigar, watching
Uh
everything on the monitors in his little suit, but you can't, they don't show his face because they didn't show his back.
Yeah.
So I guess he's supposed to be the main bad guy or whatever. I guess we get to see more information on him. But I mean, that's pretty much how it ended. Um,
okay.
Yeah. It's good,
so
man.
So
man, it started out kind of slow because it's like, man, you kind of got to get used. You got to get used to the dub too, because of course,
uh
it's kind of like the old Chinese movies. They mouth moving, and then the words
uh
Yeah.
come out of what they saying. But once you get
Yeah.
used to that, really, it picks. Once they start the Squid Game,
uh
it takes off, and I feel like
Oh
these
yeah.
next 8 episodes, it's gonna be moving fast paced.
okay. Well, all
Yeah.
right. How many episodes you hey KP, so how many episodes have you got in before I ask the doc the same
Uh,
question? How many episodes
man,
you got in so far?
I got in quite a few. I forgot which ones that I'm on though, but I'm quite a few ahead though, and yeah, it gets interesting. So real
Okay.
interesting, and
How about you,
they
Doc?
build. Okay, go
Well,
ahead.
hold on. My fault. Nah, my fault. Go ahead. Keep
No,
going.
I'm saying they and also just in this first episode they are uh building out a couple more characters as well. There's a young girl. She's a pickpocket person. There's
She
a
actually
some type
pickpocketed him. She
right.
remember she stole
Uh,
his money because he was trying to where my money
yeah,
at when they was
yeah.
before the game started.
So I think it's gonna be around 5 or 6 main characters. They building her out. They're building some type of gangster guy with like a snake tattoo on
Yeah, he
his
kind of
face
like the
and neck.
bully or whatever. He's trying to picking on
Yeah,
folks and
yeah.
stuff.
He's the bully
Okay.
person, and there's a guy named Shang Ho. He's supposed to be like a super smart guy, but he's supposed to be like the actual hometown hero guy. He's supposed to be super smart,
Hmm.
making like a
Mm-hmm.
whole bunch of money, but really he ends up taking like money from like a lot of people, and losing it and coming into debt or whatever. But yeah, so that's
Okay.
all I wanted
Well,
to
Doc.
add. So go ahead.
No, that's cool, Doc. What you how many episodes have you got in? Did you just do the one or you to
Man,
finished up on some more?
I squeezed in that first episode right before we got on, bruh. Right after I watched
Okay,
What
you
If,
got that.
I watched that What
Okay.
If, then I watched that Squid Game, though. So, but I plan on watching probably as many as I can tomorrow. But yeah, it's just definitely got me hooked in, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we got for this episode. Hey, we want to appreciate the Doc and KP for contributing and letting us know about this new thing. Everybody's talking about the Squid Game. Hey, as always, remember to like and subscribe. Hey, give us a comment on Squid Game. Maybe it's something we missed or anything. Hey, just let us know. If you like Squid Game, it's cool. If you don't like Squid Game, it's cool. Let us know how you feel about it.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: Netflix, they are geniuses, bro. Because they did this right before Halloween. Everybody and their
Yes,
mama gonna have on the Squid Game costume. I guarantee they gonna be
yes.
all over the place. You gonna see folks with the
Yeah.
Squid Game costumes on, bro.
Oh
I
yeah.
think KP said he already tried to get one at it, KP.
Yeah, I tried to. They are sold out everywhere,
I
man.
already saw that,
Everywhere.
man. Man,
They
they know what
already
they
sold
doing,
out.
bro. They
You
know
know,
what they
it's
doing.
like
Okay.
the costume
Hey,
is super easy
you
to
need to tell Style
like
like a
simple to
boss. She
make.
need to go and make some of them costumes, man, so she can sell them junk.
Ah,
Exactly.
well, she might. She had to. She had probably had y'all looking like the Charlie Brown ghost with all the different holes in them jumps. It'd be all messed up there.
Be looking like
No,
Theo
no,
with
she.
that Gordon Cottrell.
Oh yeah. Gorgon Trail shirt that Denise
Mm-hmm.
made for the episodes of Cosby. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, most definitely. But that's all we got. We appreciate everybody for watching today, and hey, we'll see you next time. All right, let's